All right, what's up, people? We have Cami here who is going to tell us about her amazing development. You may have seen her on one of our previous videos. It was a condominium development in Old Town, and now we're in Vienna. So Cami, welcome back.
Thank you. Pleased to be a part of your videos.
Excellent.
I'm Cami Kraft with the Mayhood company, and we're here at the 𝗏𝗏 Park, a new condominium community consisting of 24 residences here within the town limits in the quiet little town of Vienna, Virginia.
It's a great location. I mean, it's like a block or two from where the Vienna Fair takes place, so it's a very cool touch.
Yeah, the location is really phenomenal. Vienna as a town is one of the few towns in Northern Virginia which was a real town before it was a suburb of Washington. And so the town has a real feel. It's got a main street with lots of retail and awesome restaurants. There's a Whole Foods within a block of here. Of course, the W&OD trail's about a block and a half, the library, the community town center, and we've got probably about 40 restaurants within 3 blocks of the site. There are not many places in kind of the metro DC area where you have that kind of walkability.
Exactly. It's like a small town feel.
Totally.
So tell me about this development.
Sure. So we have 24 condominiums in total. All of the condos are a 3-bedroom and a den with 3.5 baths. And each condominium has its own 2-car garage and its own internal elevator. The design is really unique. From the front, the community, the individual buildings, there are 12 of them, so 2 condominiums per building. From the front, they really look like townhouses or duplexes, but then once you get inside, you'll actually discover that they're actually flats. And each of them is serviceable from their own garage up to the level that you live on via your own private elevator.
Very nice, very nice. So how many different models in this community?
There are 3 different models. So we're standing here today in the Cypress, which is the smallest of the 3, but the sizes will range anywhere from about 23 to 2,800. The bedroom count doesn't change, so they're all 3-bedroom in the den with 3.5 baths, but the rooms become a little bit more generous.
Nice, nice. So tell me about this particular model here.
Yep, so this is the Cypress, which is always on the top floor. It is the smallest plan because it's about 32 feet in width. My other plans are about 40 feet wide. The unique thing is the stuff that you're gonna use and touch every single day are all on one level. So on the main floor of all the plans, you'll have the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, the whole master suite, the laundry, your office, the powder room, secondary bedroom and bath, as well as the really cool sunroom. All of that is on the main level. The neat thing about the design too is because you have the whole floor, every single plan I have is a flow-through unit, which means it gets natural light and windows on all 4 sides, which for a condominium is extremely unusual, even for a townhouse, very unusual.
Very nice. Now, what you mean by the level starts on the 3rd floor? What does that mean?
So within each condo, within each building, there's one condominium that occupies the entire 2nd floor, and another condominium occupies the entire 3rd floor.
Gotcha.
So when you live in the building, you only have one neighbor. It's either somebody above you or below you.
So tell me about this model here. Tell me about the kitchen here.
The kitchens are phenomenal. So what we're featuring here is a Snaidero cabinetry. It's a high-end Italian cabinet manufacturer. This is in the white matte lacquer finish. Snaidero does an excellent job with their cabinets. There's a lot of cool features like additional built-ins and additional pull-outs, things like this. Just really smart design within the kitchen. All of the appliances are Wolf and Sub-Zero. We do have induction cooking. The fan here does vent to the outside of the building, which is pretty unusual too. Snaidero has integrated under cabinet lighting, comes standard with all of their cabinets. Really beautiful quartz countertops and backsplash in here in this kind of pretty white. It's got a little bit of beige and gray kind of flowing through it, which pulls a little bit of the other colors in the flooring and in the paint. All of the hardware throughout is actually polished chrome, so door handles and hinges and things. We did put one spotlight feature here in the kitchen with a brass feature, just because brass is making a little bit of a comeback, and it pulls a little bit of the warmth out of the stone. Some other great things, every kitchen has a full walk-in pantry on the inner corner, which gives you a lot of additional storage. There's also outlets in here, so you can plug appliances in here directly without having to pick them up and take them in and out. Super convenient.
Very nice.
We also have the built-in wall oven and microwave. That comes standard with all of the homes. There's an option to upgrade the microwave to a speed oven, should you want that, as well as adding a Sub-Zero wine fridge into the island. There's some wonderful features. There's this pretty cool built-in roll-out pantry, and then all of the refrigerator and all the other appliances are panelized, which makes them look like furniture, and everything kind of disappears.
Yes.
It's a cool high-end look.
So I noticed that's a Sub-Zero fridge freezer combo. Is
Yes.
that is that
That's the standard.
That's the standard.
Yeah, so everything we're gonna see in here, everything in this model is exactly how it comes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Some other great features, nice wide plank engineered wood flooring throughout all the homes in this kind of wide, pretty taupe color that you see here. Maybe one of the coolest features is the 10-foot ceilings, which you get on the main level and just makes the space feel really large.
Gotcha. Now, what's that door behind you right there?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. This is actually your private elevator. So pretty neat. It'll bring you right up from your front door or from the garage directly. And you don't share this with your neighbor. It's completely internal to your space.
That's a nice touch.
It's a very good feature. It's great for people that do a lot of shopping. It's excellent for somebody that doesn't want to do stairs long term.
Right.
It really does give you that one level living.
Now, this isn't a 55 plus community, right? There's no
It's
age.
not. No, it's not.
Gotcha. Because we really see a lot of the elevators and more of the 55 plus. So
Yes.
it's nice that this is available to people who just dislike stairs.
Yep, I would say that's true, the 55 plus, and definitely within the luxury set.
Right, yes.
Yeah. One of the neatest features is the all-season room, which you can kind of see through here. The builder for this is a group called Bukont Homes, and he's a local builder who's built probably about 400 houses within the Vienna area. This is his second condominium project. He's also an architect, so which really allowed the design to be a little bit unique and not something you're gonna see anywhere else. So a lot of folks have asked me, where else can I go and see something like this? And the answer is nowhere.
Right.
The site used to be a couple of little 2-story office buildings. We actually demolished those and took the whole site through a rezoning. And the builder kind of said, I get a lot of the requests for people that want me to build them a 1-story house. And there's just nowhere in the town, there's not enough land to do it.
Right.
And he said, even if I build them that, they're gonna ask me to send somebody to take care of the yard. So his solution was essentially to build something within the town that people could downsize to without downgrading and would have no exterior maintenance.
Gotcha. Now, there's a couple features you can add on to the, I think there's a fireplace you can put into this, right?
Yes, one of the other features you're not seeing is a fireplace. It's an electric fireplace and it can go on either of the 2 walls in the living room or out in the 4-season room. And I've got a couple of choices in terms of the color and finish on that.
Nice.
That's completely optional. The other thing I offer, we have is an EV car charger downstairs, and then we have an outside company. All of the homes will come with already pre-wired with a security system. But if you want to activate that system or add any other audio visual stuff, we send you to an outside company to do that.
Gotcha.
But that can all be done prior to delivery. All of the homes I have available, with the exception of this one, which is up and done, everything else will be available for move-in in July.
In July 2025.
2025.
Gotcha.
Yep. This is the coolest feature within the condominium, truly a 4-season room. And this was really the brainchild of the builder. So a lot of times with a condo, you'll have a balcony or a terrace, which seldom gets used. It's something on everybody's wish list. But then ultimately when they live there, it only gets used when the weather's really nice. Right. So the solution we came up with was this all-season room. And essentially what you have are these really great casement windows which completely crank open. All of them crank all the way out. The entire room is screened in. We have a tile on the floor as opposed to the wood, and the entire floor here has been waterproofed. There's a separate HVAC system in the ceiling, so you can actually open and close these doors and truly use this room year round. Even if you leave the windows open and it rains in here, no big deal. A lot of people have chosen to really use this as their screened in porch.
Nice. You are right about a lot of people having the decks and they use them once or twice when they move in.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it needs to be screened in.
Yes, and most people always think they have enough space, and then when they move in, they realize they need more.
Right, right.
So this does give you another room to go to. The time that I've spent here, I actually spend almost all my time in this room. The sunrooms on the community all were very purposely positioned to face south. So all of them get really nice sun, and the people watching is quite good because you're kind of overlooking the town. So you have a little bit of activity. Yeah. But it's not noisy. You'll notice when you're out here, the buildings themselves are very well insulated, so you don't hear any of the road noise whatsoever.
Yeah, it's kind of off-putting. I can see the cars, but I can't hear them.
Yes. Behind me here is the owner's suite. So really good size room. This is showing you a king size bed just so you can get an idea what will actually fit into the room. The recessed lighting that you're seeing throughout is included with all of the homes. And then in the center of all the major rooms, you have an additional pre-wired junction box, which is hooked up to the light switches for either additional lighting or a ceiling fan. The pre-wire is already there for you. Over here, this would take you into the owner's suite bath. So these are all the standard features within the community. Again, we partnered with Snaidero to get this very cool contemporary hanging vanity. Kind of unusual, but all of the drawers are functional, even the top one, which is not typical. The countertop is pretty cool. It's one big piece of stone. Even the sinks are integrated as well as the drain covers. Kind of a unique contemporary look that I've not seen here in the US. All of the homes have this great backlit mirror that's going to be in every bathroom, and then above the nice transom window. So every bathroom in here will get natural light without compromising your privacy. Behind the door here, of course, you've got the toilet. There's an option here to add a bidet, should you decide you want that. And then all of the homes have this nice frameless glass shower with the double rain shower heads and the seat kind of built into the back. Really good design on the shower. Walk-in closet is included with all of the homes. This is actually the temporary shelving it comes with, unless you elect to do something fancier yourself.
Oh, this is temporary.
This is exactly how it comes, unless you want to do something nicer.
Nice. So Cammie, tell me about the condo fees.
Sure, so the condo fee is really reasonable. It's $450 a month for all of the homes within the community. The $450 includes all of your exterior maintenance and management, your snow removal, a master insurance policy, which covers everything except your contents, and your water and sewer, also included in that. So the utilities that you'll pay separately, you'll have an individual electric bill. Your trash is actually paid for through your town taxes, and you would have just cable and internet. The pricing within the community, so I have 4 homes available for sale. The pricing will start at $1,671,900 and go up to $1,821,900, just depending on which of the 3 layouts you choose from. As you can see, the standard finishes are beautiful. So I have maybe only about 10 things you could choose to add, and most people have added maybe another $20,000 on top of that list price to get those last few options. So with here, you're getting the base package, really high end. So it's not like you're coming in and then expecting to pay another $150,000 in options on top of that, like you normally would with a townhouse or a single family house.
Exactly.
So here we are on the exterior of the buildings, and we're in the main garden alley. So it's here in April, so all of the plantings and such are really underway. We've got a couple of trees and things already going in and mulch, which this whole space will really start to take shape. So we're here kind of at the front door of all of the buildings, and one of the unique things that the builder did is all 12 buildings within the community are a little bit different on the front. So some are a little more contemporary, some more craftsman style, some with a brick front. But the nice thing is all of them look like brothers and sisters. So architecturally, you could be in the red brick building or you could be in the white siding building, but each of them looks a little bit different, which lends a little bit of personality to the community. And this wonderful little intimate walkway, you kind of come down here and then you've got these great little lead walks up to each of the front doors. Feels very private and intimate, almost a little bit like you're walking down a little alley in Georgetown. You can kind of see the design here. So you've got the 2 front doors at either end. So the way the design works, if I go into this front door, that condominium actually occupies this entire floor. If I go into this door, I actually go in the elevator or stair and I go up, and that condominium occupies that entire floor. So that really helps from the outside to kind of explain what the design is. It takes a little bit of thinking to kind of get it in your head,
right,
to understand exactly what you're looking at.
When I first visited the model, I was trying to look for other rooms on this level.
Yes.
And I was thrown off a little bit.
Yep. Or you might think it's like a 2/2.
Right, that's what I was originally
and it's really not. It's like a 1 1/4/1.
You're right, yes.
Yeah.
And there's also some additional space on the garage level too.
So each home has a 2-car garage, which is accessed from the back, and there are actually 8 off-street guest parking spaces as well. 2 of them handicap, but those will be ready this spring. So you will have some additional off-street parking if you can't find something on Park Street or Church Street.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Excellent. And with this condominium, there's no amenities, correct?
No real amenities other than the outside area. There is a very nice, we'll kind of have an open park space that'll be down here in front of building 12, kind of an open air space that we eventually will build out a little more and maybe put some grills and things there. Okay. But that's really your only amenity. That's really why those condo fees are so reasonable.
Right. So there's this unit here available.
Yep.
And what are the other 2 units?
So the other 3 that I have are down there where you see the scaffolding.
Yes. Okay.
The other thing that's cool is you do have, he very purposely designed this walkway so that you're looking at the church.
Okay.
The historic, that's Vienna Press.
Yes.
Vienna Press is kind of an older church. Most people know it in town. It's like a historic landmark. It's been here forever, and everybody talks about where they are in proximity to that. One of the things the builder did is he designed this great little walkway so that when you walk down it, the church and the steeple are kind of perfectly positioned within your view, and it just adds to the charm.
Nice.
of the community. So here we are outside, and I'm just gonna take you all into building 7, which is currently under construction, but we've got the framing up, and it'll kind of give you some idea of what that main level residence really feels like, as opposed to the top floor. The nice thing about this one is you come in the front door and you're immediately home. You don't have to get in the elevator or stair and go up that extra level. So this one is perfect for people that are really trying to get away from stairs, anybody who has little kids and they want to be able to go in and out of the front door and keep an eye on them, anybody with a pet who needs to get out in a hurry, or if you're like me and you're very social and you like to walk a lot, then you want one of these main level units. Here we are in building 7, which is currently under construction. This is one of our nicer buildings on the exterior, since it's got kind of this neat brick detail on the outside. Currently right now, this home will be available probably in late June of 2025. Some kind of cool exterior features. All of the homes here have a nice covered front porch, which sticks out about 4 feet, and it's covered in this nice blue stone. So the entryway here is, by the time we get the landscaping in, will be almost at grade. By the time we move to these larger plans, you switch to a double front door as opposed to the single, like we saw with the cypress down the way. So a little bit more gracious of an entry. So let me take you in one that's under construction. So as you come in here, there's a couple things going on. So you can see they've got all the framing in, and they're kind of in process of doing some of the insulation. So the nice thing about this plan, again, is you come in the front door and you're immediately home. Right behind you here is a coat closet. This is actually your stair to take you down into the garage. Again, it's only 1 level right below you. And then you have the elevator here, which can also take you down. As you come in, this would be bedroom 2. So really nice bedroom that kind of looks out onto the garden alley. It's got a nice closet here to the left, a full bath with the tub shower combo in the back attached. This is a really nice size room, easily could fit a king size bed without any problems. One of the largest secondary bedrooms within the community.
Oh, this is the secondary bedroom.
This is the second.
Oh, wow.
Over here is the study or office. So you can kind of see here, there's about 10 feet or so in between each of the buildings. So you can kind of see that with this plan a little bit more. Over here on the left, this is actually your powder room with the cool hanging vanity there and the toilet. Laundry room, which will have a separate utility sink and then the stacked washer dryer. Kind of a cool closet, which could be a pantry or a linen closet given the location. And then as you come out here, this is of course your main kind of kitchen, living and dining space. And this one, the kitchen's actually kind of tucked into the opposite corner. This particular kitchen will have a Copenhagen oak finish as opposed to the white that you saw in the other one. It's kind of a cool, on our website, you can see it. It's more of a flat front, a little bit more warm tone, oak front cabinet, same appliances and features otherwise. One of the things you can appreciate a little bit with this one is the builder actually used an 18-inch floor truss between the floors, which helps a lot with sound. So most single family houses have about 6 to 8 inches between the floors. Most commercial space is more like a foot. So to have this 16 to 18 inches, that's well above and beyond what you would expect for this construction type. So the builder kind of built this out as best he could in terms of trying to mitigate sound between the floors. Of course, our wonderful sunroom here in the back, a work in progress. You can kind of see some of the cool retail right here. So in front of us is a bike shop, and then we got a couple banks here, the sushi restaurant, the Chipotle, the Whole Foods. There's a great new bagel shop. There's a pizza place. There's an ice cream store. All of that is literally right across the street. In through here is of course the owner's suite, one of the best size owner suites that we offer. Really, really nice room, almost 30% bigger than the Cypress. Look at this closet.
Oh, wow, that's just the closet.
That's the closet. Amazing, right?
Wow.
And then over here will actually be the owner suite bath. So this bathroom is a little bit larger. Same deal you saw in the other one where you got the nice hanging vanity and the transom window. Toilet here. Check out the shower. It's about twice the size as the shower in the Cypress. Overall, this is our birch model, which is about 100 square feet larger. But because you lose the foyer, you probably pick up another 400 square feet on the main living level. And you feel it.
What is this material?
This is a special kind of blown-in insulation.
Okay.
So this is a lot more airtight than what you may have seen in the past. Like we used to see the pink fiberglass stuff.
Yes.
But this is the new way of doing it. It creates almost like a very energy efficient little airtight box.
Nice.
You don't want to be here on the day they blow it in though.
Oh no, I can imagine. Like even though they are mid-construction, it's still pretty quiet in here.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so spooky. Because I'm used to being in like unfinished spaces like this, and like it's almost like you're outside.
Yeah, or there's echo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yes. The builder did a really nice job. with these. He really did.
And you could tell. This is how I judge how well a builder is, how good of a job they do, is like how nice the site looks.
Yeah, so we were not anticipating you coming today, and you can see just how good, you know, one of the empty plans looks. It doesn't have trash everywhere.
Right.
You know, the floor is actually swept. All of those things you can kind of see. The builder's a really good guy. Most people don't know, but he's on the site 6 days a week, sometimes on Sundays.
Yeah.
But he looks like any of the other laborers walking around with a broom.
Nice. That's good.
So he's extremely hands-on, and that's made a big difference in the quality of what we were able to deliver.
It's important to have a good eye on the project. Well, I think we've covered everything here.
Great.
And once again, you've done a great job.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Always happy to do this with you.
Every time you're on the channel, you make me want to be like a better agent. I feel like I should know more. And so.
Well, my job is, I know more about the job than the builder does usually. Because at some point, everybody's asked me questions, you know, that have stumped me.
Right.
So near the end, there's nothing left that you can ask me that I can't answer.
Gotcha. Well, thanks again for doing this.
Yeah, sure.
And we look forward to seeing you on the next project.
Absolutely.